Good morning. Nick Markey here, physical therapist, online coach, going on my morning walk here. My walking buddy Snickers. It's Monday, the 29th. Yeah, the 29th. It's pretty nice out today. Not too warm, not too cool. Today, another quick topic. Wanted to talk about there's usually more than one way. And what I mean by that is, if you have some sort of thing you're trying to overcome or goal you're trying to reach, usually there isn't just one way to get there. I notice we tend to get very, single track kind of blinders on when we're working towards something or trying to overcome something. For example, like with low back pain, when people are going through rehab for low back pain, it tends to, and this is probably the clinician's fault, it tends to be that you just need to work your core. Actually, usually what I hear is I need to stretch more and I need to work on my core. And that's not to say that those things can't be helpful for low back pain. But the reality is the research shows that really any exercise could be helpful. That could be just going on a walking program could be helpful, lifting weights, doing yoga, doing Pilates, water, exercise, whatever. You can kind of pick whatever you actually enjoy. And it's not inherent that you have to even do core work or stretching for your low back pain. In fact, I don't even think there's much research that stretching helps much with low back pain, but it may with you. And you see it also with fitness. So in training, people get very focused. You get these weird wet rep ranges. If you're trying to tone, and usually what people mean by that is just having, better definition in their muscles. You need to have reps, high reps, low weight, high reps. And if you're trying to get bulky, you need heavy weight, low reps. And the reality is, depending on your exact goal. So if your goal is just improving your physique and your muscle definition, you really have kind of a wide rep range in terms of optimal muscle building. And that rep range is 5 to 30. Okay. So what that would mean would be, you could actually do lower reps, higher weight. You could do higher reps, lower weight. You have lots of options in that. And in fact, the best research suggests that you probably should do kind of variable. You should hit different rep ranges, higher weight, medium weight, lower weight at different rep ranges for optimal muscle growth. And within that, there's all sorts of options. Okay. So you have, some people just have some dumbbells at home. So they're going to be doing, certain exercises. Some people have access to a full gym. Some people really prefer to just work out on machines. Some people like to use barbells. You have, again, in terms of the goal of just improving your muscle, there isn't, one set way you have to do that. If you really just prefer to work on machines and don't really like barbells or free weights or whatever, you could do that. You will build good muscle if you're pushing yourself and, you're using that rep range we talked about. In terms of nutrition, oftentimes people will look at, right now, the keto is the popular. And sure, keto can be, if say that your goal is to, lose weight, yeah, keto's, very possible that you can do it with that if you're not overeating the rest of your macros. Like if you're eating high amounts of fat, so you're getting majority of your calories from fat, but you're getting less calories from carbs and protein. You're not overeating your calories overall. Then yeah, you'll lose weight. But you could also do that on a high carb, lower fat diet. You could do it on a more balanced diet. You can do it more on a quote unquote bodybuilder diet where you're really focusing on the protein, something like 150 to 250 grams of protein a day, with balancing the rest of the macros so that you're not, again, overeating. And again, this is for the goal of weight loss. So, and then within that range, well, just think of all the foods you have options to. Now, yes, are there more optimal choices if you're trying to lose weight? Absolutely. You want to try to eat lots of food that's got less calories in it overall. Things like vegetables, fruit, whole grains. Yes, less processed stuff, because we tend to not do very well when we eat processed stuff in terms of just we tend to overeat it because it tastes so good and it's full of a ton of calories. So it's very easy to overeat. But ultimately, there's lots of ways to get through that goal. And again, in life, you could apply it to just really any life goal. Now, certainly very specific things like, I want to, do this very specific thing in rock climbing. Yeah, there's probably, you need to be rock climbing. You need to be practicing rock climbing to get there. But a lot of people just have a more general goal in terms of, losing weight, improving their muscle mass, just getting over some sort of, pain issue. I'd say that's the majority of you guys out there. And again, there's going to be generally more ways to get through that. Reason why I think this is important is because if we feel like there's only one way to get there, like I have to do this very specific thing, and that's the only thing that can work, is that if that thing's not working for you, you tend to notice you start to get down on yourself, because you're like, well, obviously I'm no good because this thing that's the only thing that's supposed to work for my goal or whatever is not working for me, so then I must be broken. And that sounds kind of crazy to say, but that's kind of where our brains go. It sucks, but it's just kind of what our brains do. It goes, well, this was the only thing that is supposed to work and it's not working for us, so we must be no good. So just give up. And again, it sucks that that's the way it is, but if you kind of have a little bit more variety or option, you go in with it, maybe you being a little bit more open about what may happen, maybe even kind of lowering the bar a little bit, saying, you know what, this may work, it seems reasonable, but I'm not gonna put all my eggs in that basket. Then if it works, then you're like, yeah, awesome, I'll keep rocking and rolling as long as this is working. If it doesn't work, then you're more ready and apt to change gears, to go, okay, well, I've given this a good solid try for a little while and it's not really working well for me, so let's do a different path. And of course, there's all probably little minor tweaks and variations even within something that seems very similar. So being open to the variation and whatnot. Then also probably it helps keep it a little less boring. Which again, if you can squeeze some joy or fun out of what you're doing to achieve something, still it's probably going to be work, but you can have a little bit of fun with it, then again, you're probably going to be more consistent. And as we've talked about before, consistency rules the day. So that's all I had today. I hope you have a great Monday start to your week, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace.